and welcome to Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday, where we talk to you about treats, business, and life. Hello, I am Taylor with Taylor's Kitchen, located right here in Albion, Michigan, where we make sweet treats for your special occasion. This week, we have something extremely special. We have my lovely co host, Tamela, who is about to do a demo on a very, very sweet treat for this summer month. It's hot, the mosquitoes are out, the fireworks are over, but it's still a good time to have fun and do something that you can enjoy either by yourself or with your family. So, right now, I am going to give Tamala the opportunity to introduce herself and just give us the demo for this week.
Hi, Taylor, and thank you for that lovely introduction. Back at you, as they say. Hi, I'm Tamla. I am owner of Torlitas for that sweet and crunchy taste. Torlitas is a dessert company located right here in the great state of Ohio, where we specialize in salty, sweet treats. If you want to know more about me and my business, go to at Torlitas. That's T as in Tuesday, Orlitas. And also, if you would love to be a guest on our show, we talk about treats, business, and life. So if you have a business or anything that can relate to our audience in those fields, we would love to have you. Email us at treattalktuesday at gmail.com. That's treattalktuesday at gmail.com. And if you want to DM us, you can do so at Instagram.
Tamala Taylor Treat Talk.
I always leave that to Taylor. She does such a good job with that. So yes, we would love for you to like, share, and comment as you
Yes.
know, the algorithms out there in these platforms, it helps us to expand our audience and also gain just a little bit of coin, okay? So we would love for you to share, like, and comment our weekly podcast. We come here every Tuesday for you, and that is our audience. So today, as I segue over into my demo today, I have something called Hot Street Bananas, honey. Hot Street Bananas. Yes. So this is just a take on frozen bananas that I think that you can enjoy yourself, just as Taylor said, as well as maybe you want to share it at a poolside or in your backyard at a cookout, or you might want to save them for later in the year where you can do something really special around the holiday time. So, no more for me. Let me get to the demo. Share my screen here. Okay, so here are the frozen bananas that we're going to discuss today. And these are, we'll go through that demo. I'll be pausing along the way as well. As you can see, it goes a little bit fast. So here I am, Taylor, and please go ahead and speak up and chime in when you would like to. Okay, it's just we're co-hosts, so I need your help on this one. So okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm just crushing up some tortilla chips in this particular frame. And I have several toppings that I have kind of crushed up in order to be or prepared to be as toppings for the frozen bananas. And here are chessman cookies. You can't really see them. I have to get them kind of close, get a closer picture up for the chessman cookies. Chessman cookies are is it Petridge Farm? Are you familiar with chessman cookies?
I don't think I've seen those before.
Okay. Some people use them for banana pudding instead of the Nilla wafers.
Oh,
Chestnut
okay.
cookies are like butter cookies, shortbread butter cookies, I think.
Hmm.
Yes. So here, like I said, I'm going to do a different picture here so we can superimpose it. But these are the different types of popsicle sticks. There's skinny sticks. There's a thicker type of stick. I was trying to choose what would be the best mode to use um, for the stand for my bananas. So
Hmm.
here are some short popsicle sticks, which I wound up using. And here are some just pretzel rods. I thought that one might be a good idea. You can maybe break them in half and have that nice crunch instead of a stick. What do you think, Taylor?
I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. I
Yeah.
wonder, when you are doing the bananas, do you freeze them with? Do you put the pretzel rod in and then freeze them?
Yes, and that's coming up a little bit later. Okay, so yeah, and here I'm just showing you that, wait, it's going too fast. I just halved a full banana. I cut it in half. These are medium bananas, and I made four different sections, okay, or four different halves. Two bananas cut in half. Duh, okay. So here we go. And here I am. I just slid the a popsicle stick down in the center of the banana. And you should see it advance here in a second what I have done. Yeah, so it's just a simple process.
Yeah.
And about a fourth of the way through. So it's not like you have to go all the way through. I guess you
Yeah.
could, but I didn't.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you consider dipping the chocolate onto the stick before you put the banana on?
I should have because I did run into an issue.
Okay.
When I inserted you'll see later on, I had to kind of make magic, so to speak, and cover up a couple areas
Hmm.
because when I went to dip the chocolate or dip the banana into the chocolate, even though they were frozen, it started to come away from down and it started to break away from um, the the stick broke away from the banana, which
Yeah.
I had to kind of figure it all out. So I just put them in this dish. I put them in the freezer for about 15 minutes. And now that I think about it, I was just worried about if it was going to brown them or something like that, really for presentation purposes. And I
Yeah.
didn't want that to be brown while I was doing the video. However, I think I should have left them in at least for a half an hour for them to get
Yeah.
really solid. And I put them on ice so they could really kind of firm up really quickly. But
Hmm.
I think I should have left it on there just a little while longer and maybe with your tip of how to dip the actual popsicle stick before
Hmm.
inserting into the banana, I think that would have worked.
Yeah.
So here I am. I have melted chocolate. You can melt it in the microwave. And I'm trying to record and dip the banana too. So it's not the best angle. It's just a measuring cup. And I'm trying to turn the banana into the chocolate just to get it covered.
What
And
type of
here,
chocolate did you use? Did you use the
yeah, I used
merkin?
Merkins. I used Merkins and I used dark chocolate for this presentation.
Okay.
I think dark chocolate with banana, I think it gives it a bit of a more richer flavor instead of your normal milk chocolate or white chocolate. But
Yeah.
I did use Merkins dark.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the flavor of that. And here I have I'm smoothing on. I put some um, peanut butter,
Hmm.
smooth peanut butter in the microwave, and I let it go. I just probably for a good 20 seconds, and it became very um, liquefied. And so I just took this particular one that I and covered it with peanut butter.
You know a good way to make peanut butter more creamy if you have like some really hard peanut butter is
Uh
to
huh.
add oil to it.
Yes. And that one I did. This time I did put some oil into it. Thank you for that tip, Taylor. That was a good one. I did put some oil in this one just to give it a little bit more play into the ingredient. So
Yeah.
yeah, that worked too. And here I dried some what is it called? Cotton candy.
Oh,
And I
okay.
sprinkled it on to, it's going too fast now. I sprinkled it onto the chocolate before it hardened.
Yep.
So I skipped over a little bit, it went too fast, but I also added the peanut butter, I added granola and almond slivers. So that was a
When you
nice, and
did the
here's the
peanut butter, did
result.
you dip it in the chocolate afterwards?
I'm sorry.
When you did the peanut butter, did you dip it in the chocolate after you put the peanut butter?
Yes. After no, I didn't put chocolate on that one. I could
Okay.
have, but I said, well, maybe some people don't, enjoy chocolate or dark chocolate. So I made it just a little bit different. I just covered it with peanut butter and I added the granola and the almond slivers. And
Hmm.
also, I was thinking that I could have also added raisins.
Yeah.
I thought that would be a nice treat. It can be like a breakfast treat or something like that. But this is just the display that I used as far as I added some flowers, I added some visual to the plate and things like that. And you'll see upcoming, I also did a few other options as far as decorating for a table, a cookout, a ladies' brunch. It's just something that's a quick, it took me under 30 minutes to do all this for real. It was just that quick of a summertime um, hot sizzling treat that's really cool. And I think it's really appetizing for any guest.
And it's really healthy because it doesn't have like a lot of like the milk and the added things that like milk chocolate has. Since it has
Uh-huh.
dark chocolate, it's a
Hmm.
good option. And fresh fruit.
Yes. So we do definitely have some different options here that we created. I did some with bows. I thought, maybe someone wants to do something around the holidays. Maybe they're doing a beach holiday. I don't know. Maybe they're on the beach somewhere, and it'd be a nice frozen
You
treat.
know,
Just
you know
something
what
that
I actually seen today, and it's
was
funny
that.
because we talked about it last week. Somebody
Yes,
is doing a pop up thing, and they did the Christmas in July. I was like,
yes,
we talked about this last week. It's a vendor shop, and they're like Christmas in July.
uh-huh,
So if you
uh-huh.
haven't heard that podcast, you should definitely
Yeah,
go check it out.
yeah.
The one
That
from
was our
last week.
podcast before this podcast. So definitely. So that is the demo that we had for this week. And I think that, excuse me, I think that anybody, if you like bananas, you like chocolate, you like peanut butter, as you see, I had some decoration. Those are sugar, what are they called? Decorative, they're not dragées. Are they dragées, Taylor? All right. How's that?
There you
Better?
go. Yeah. So yeah, it is called dragees, the little circular balls that you use to
Yeah.
put them on. Yeah. I like to depending on who I'm doing the event for, sometimes I use the sixlets if it's for like a little
Yeah,
kid
that's a good one.
instead of the
Yeah, that's a good
dragees.
one.
Yeah, or little gumballs.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't want them to choke on the thing, the little
Yeah.
dragee things. Did you
Yeah.
know that some of them, the only the ingredients is fish?
Fish.
Like it says fish and and like color. I was looking at I was looking at one uh like like last week,
Are
and
you
and
serious?
I was like, why does this say fish? And another day, you know those bar ones, the ones that are like little bars
Yeah,
and they
I
are
like those. I like
looking.
those. The ones that's long, they look like
Yeah.
exaggerated pills.
Have you ever opened one of them?
Oblong. No,
It's a spaghetti noodle inside it.
you're kidding me.
Did you know that? I'm
I had
not
no
kidding.
idea.
It's a spaghetti noodle inside of it. Now it
How
might
do they
depend
make
on which. I
them?
got
Now we're
mine.
gonna have
I
to
got
investigate how they make them.
right. Just go and crack some open or look at the ingredients. Because like with the cottage food, we're supposed to list all the ingredients of things
Yes,
that are inside. And so,
yes.
like, can you imagine getting the cake and being like, "What's an ingredient in this cake?" And you be like, "Fish." You be like, why do I have fish on my cake?
Transparency. I mean,
Why do I have
transparency.
fish on my cake? But
Not
yeah,
ever would I have thought fish or spaghetti. Never would I have come
right.
up with those two
I
ingredients.
was I dropped one of them, and then I was looking because it like broke, and I was like, what is this? And I was like, it's spaghetti noodles inside of here. They look really pretty because they're shiny, they're like silver or
Yes,
gold, and
yes,
I was like, wow, this looks super cute, super
yes.
cute on cupcakes. But I was like, why is it silver? I mean, why is it a spaghetti noodle inside? So just
On
be
and
be
off.
be careful when you guys are ordering these things. I don't know who you
Yeah.
guys order them from. Like I said, I got mine from a local cake store. I'm sure they got them from where America gets everything else from, not other countries. So yeah, that shocked me.
That's
It shocked me.
shocking. That's definitely shocking. And you really need to do your due diligence in finding out what the ingredients are. And I think,
Yeah,
just within the last several years, have people, well, it's got more popular to find out, and we're sourcing what source of your ingredients are. So
right.
that's something as every business person needs to do if you're in a treat making business or food relating business to disclose those things. So
Right.
I'm glad you mentioned it, Taylor. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's definitely shocked me. But
Yeah.
the smaller they are, the more normal ingredients they have. The bigger they get, the more obscure ingredients they have. But yours look really nice. Thank you
Well,
for
thank
doing the
you.
demo. Yeah, you did a very good job.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. So, what else has been going on with Torlitas?
Well, there's quite a few things. I am preparing for the holiday season. I just, I am investigating and sourcing how the stand up pouches, I might be changing my packaging this year. The stand up
Sweet.
pouches, if you've had, oh gosh, M&Ms, any of the candies, there's Ziploc type, and they stand up on the
Yeah,
shelf, um, or any trail mix, or just a whole host of things goes into
yeah,
those types of bags. And I'm investigating if that's something I want to roll out for Torlitas this year. As we know, ingredients are rising, everything is rising. So if I can minimize my packaging, so I don't have to necessarily uh, roll that cost over to my customers, I'm willing to do that.
yeah,
I think it's going to be lean times. And I
hmm
think that, people are still, buying. Don't get me wrong. Everybody is
yeah,
not, penny pinching.
hmm
However, if I just think that it might be the next phase for my packaging. So I'm investigating that. And also I created I was doing something for someone else, and I created uh, a Google form that's an order form for them for their business. So
Oh,
maybe in
yeah,
the
I
future,
like
I can
those.
show our audience how to do that and is you don't need, anything other than a Gmail account to do it.
Right.
So,
I
and the
use
capability.
I use Google Forms as a method to get a survey. So after a customer places an order, I send them a Google form to
Yeah.
do a survey, and if they send it back, I send them a 10% off on their next cake order. So like kind of an incentive to be a repeat customer. So that's what I use it for.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a really good practice because one, creating a Google form is very easy. It's very
Super super
point and click
easy.
kind of thing. Huh?
Mhm. I said yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah. It's kind of
Mhm.
point and click kind of thing. And also you have to get feedback, or it's important to get feedback from your customers, and because you just never know something. You're like, oh yeah, everything is fine. You're like, oh well, this product wasn't like I remember, or I thought that it was going to
Yeah.
taste this way and it tasted another. Or I
Hmm.
take fish
Oh
in the
man, I
in
still
the
haven't
little
got over that.
decorating pieces. But no, seriously, I had an incident this weekend where it was on a recommendation from someone
Mhm.
online on Facebook, and this person, a lot of people are selling dinners and stuff like that, and they put up their pictures and DM me or contact this information. We'll send you information in order for you to order. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was real busy on Saturday, and so uh, I knew I was going to be busy, so I had some items to be delivered, and it was a smooth process. It was a smooth process ordering. They got back to me, and I did it through their payment system. Everything was smooth until it
Mhm.
was time to deliver. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know I've been behind the eight ball sometimes and haven't, been as punctual as I would like to have been. But it just got later and later, and I'm like, okay, what's really going on here? So, but the
Right.
person, when I reached out to the owner, they were very apologetic, and they in the on in the forefront, or in the beginning, they let me know that it was going to be delayed because the person who was making the delivery went to another address for someone else, and
Okay.
that it was some trouble finding that property or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I was like, okay, but then it started getting later and later, and I was like really, so I started to get, it's like after three, it's like I hadn't eaten all day. I was waiting for this, particular
Yeah.
dish, and I'm like, okay, I got hangry, hungry and angry, hangry. And
Yeah.
so, but I was nice about, like, hey, what's going on? I thought they was like, oh my God, they're not there yet. I was called. And about a minute later, they showed up. But it was a little bit longer than I expected. But
Yeah.
however, the way they handled it, the
Hmm.
CRM, the customer relationship management part, was spot on. So even though it might be, you might have someone that's hangry on the other side waiting for your items, it's good to stay in
Yeah.
contact. And this is the takeaway. It's good to stay in contact with
Hmm.
the customer. And it's also good to apologize
Right.
when you it's I hear a lot of people say don't apologize, you can talk around the apology. No, apology, smooths out some things, especially when it comes to
Right.
people wanting to are hungry. So I think it was a lesson learned for me, because I
Yeah.
know I've been in that predicament, or that situation before early in my career. And but they were very professional about it, and it was like, okay, there's no more that I can say about that situation. It was what it was. um and I appreciated them, uh, their feedback.
Yeah. And it's important too. Um, it's important that people realize, like, as business owner, like, people really work hard for their money just as hard as you're gonna work to give them, that
Exactly.
product. And one thing is to always, well, I always try to at least put myself in that person's shoes. you know,
Mhm.
initially. How, how do we get here? If
Right.
I worked hard for something, wouldn't I want it to be at a specific place at a specific time? Like,
Mhm.
I didn't delay on on sending a payment. Don't delay on getting me my product. Like,
Yeah.
if people order from you, they most likely are looking forward to receiving, what they ordered from you,
Yeah.
especially if it's something like far out. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Right.
have had a person contact me like a month before to do a cake. Like, so like these things, people are really looking forward to them happening. They're looking forward to these things, like being excited about it. Like, and if you
Yeah.
don't have good customer service skills, it's just like, I I I invited you into my world to buy your product. At least you can be considerate, like at
Right.
least you can be nice. Like,
Hmm.
I didn't make a mistake. So that's good to hear that the person was nice and they handled it well.
They did.
Um, even though you were hangry. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
True, true, true.
And I know I don't get hangry, but I was so excited about, trying
Yeah.
this particular dish, and I waited all day. It's after started getting like towards 3:30, and I'm like, hey, it's supposed to be there at 2 o'clock. I'm like, hey,
Right. That's definitely understandable. It's
yeah.
definitely understandable.
I mean, it
But
happens. It happens. It definitely happens. I'm a business owner. Things happen, but the way that
right.
the part that really got my shoulders kind of down is like when
Hmm.
they were in communication with me, and
Hmm.
there's nothing I could say bad about them or what I received or the service, and I wouldn't do that. I just don't do that. I don't say how
Yeah.
horrible, place. So 'cause I know as a business owner, that stuff sticks and it hurts. And if something definitely is wrong, and if they just and the owner is just like, oh well, then you're like, okay, you know. But I just don't. That's just not who I am. So.
Yeah. And that make a difference too. Owning a business definitely helps with your situations that you have with other people. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? And also, in some cases, it make you feel like I definitely know you can do better because I have done better. You know what I mean? But it takes a certain level of maturity to get to that point in life that you can be patient and be considerate with other people. So
Hmm.
sounds
Because
like
it's
you had a
hard.
great sounds like you had a great weekend.
Yeah, it
Excited.
wasn't too bad. It wasn't too
Yeah.
bad. I enjoyed. I had a great weekend. Hanging out for a little bit, getting some sunshine, and all that good kind of stuff. So it was nice.
Well, with that being said, do you have anything else that you want to add to your demo week, Miss Tamela?
Enjoy. Let me know if you make your own frozen hot bananas for your treat and for your guests. I'd love to see your pictures. Send them to me at Tamela, or excuse me, Treat Talk Tuesday at gmail.com, or
Yes.
DM us at Instagram.
Tamela Taylor Street Talk.
Yes. So we would definitely love to repost your pictures if you send them to us.
Yeah.
Again, we are here every Tuesday for your viewing pleasure. You can find us on YouTube as well as anchor.fm or anywhere that you listen to your podcast. We'd love to hear your feedback.
Yes, and as always, guys, I am Taylor with Taylor's Kitchen, located right here in Albion, Michigan, where we make custom treats for your special occasion. And this is my lovely co-host Tamala with Torlitas for that
Yeah,
sweet and crunchy taste.
thank
I
you.
always think
Thank
her
you.
tagline is super awesome. I love saying it. In the beginning, I always messed it up and kept saying hers instead of mine, but we got it together. Okay, we got it
We got
together.
it together now. We're
We got it
together. Okay, we got it.
together. Yes. So, with that being said, we want you guys to keep talking about treats, business, and life, and
Yeah.
also have a blessed week. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Have a blessed week.